Hello again, everyone, and welcome to the holiday edition of the Russ Phillips Team video newsletter. Today we're going to talk about a couple of things. One is a question I get all the time. Russ, is it worth it to be on the market at this time of year? And secondly, we're going to talk about the things that make this area special during the holiday season. So first, let's talk about the market. So folks approach me a lot and they say, Russ, we're thinking about selling. Should we wait for the spring? Should we wait for the summer? Or should we go ahead and put it on the market now? Well, like all things in real estate, it's hyper-local, and the answer is specific to the individual property. So what we would need to do is study the situation and look at how much competition you have. One of the things about the holiday season is that there's not as much competition as there will be after the first of the year. That can certainly play to your advantage as a seller. Also, you may have less showings because there's less people out shopping at this time, but here's the question. Would you shop if you didn't have to? That's the kind of mentality that buyers are shopping with. If somebody comes to look at your house or calls to visit your house for a showing, you can pretty well figure that they must be serious, otherwise they've got better things to do this time of year. So there are things that can make it a compelling time of year to go ahead and put your house on the market and realistically expect to get some decent results. Now, let's talk about what's great about this area at this time of year. Let me tell you, I'm an Austin native, and I remember well being a kid, being down on Congress Avenue, and it seemed like a scene from the movie A Christmas Story, where all the kids have their noses pressed up against the window at Higbee's looking at all the toys, and it was a very magical time of year. There was also the Trail of Lights down in Zilker Park. There's all kinds of stuff back in the early 70s in Austin that was like that. Well, over the years, it seems like Austin has become such a big city that some of those magical sort of things have kind of disappeared or gotten so crowded that it's a huge hassle. I hear complaints about the Trail of Lights that way all the time. Well, let me tell you, there's some awesome stuff going on in and around Georgetown this time of year, and let me touch on a few of those and give you a website or two that'll allow you to find more information and details. The first one is what we're probably the most famous for around here. It's the Christmas Stroll. It's always the first weekend in December. It starts on Friday, December 5th, and will go through Saturday the 6th. And this is one of those festivals where the city of Georgetown looks for a reason to shut the streets down around the courthouse and throw a big party. There's going to be at least 125 booths from artisans and craftsmen there. It'll be a chance to do some of your Christmas shopping while you enjoy great experiential type stuff for the kids. There's bouncy houses. There's a Bethlehem village where they can pet a donkey or a sheep, lamb, that kind of thing. And then one of the crown jewels of that event is the community parade. So entities from all over the area put together floats and parade through the square and around downtown. And then, of course, it's capped off with Santa at the end. But that's not the only thing. The next weekend, December 13th, the fire department is putting on Breakfast with Santa. There's the Heritage Holiday Home Tour in Old Town, where you can tour some of the nostalgic Old Town style cottages and see what those look like on the inside for the folks that have always been curious about how that looks. And then all of this kind of kicks off with the lighting of the square. And this year, that's going to be on November 28th. And it starts just after dark. So by no means is this a complete list of everything that's going on. There's also symphonies and all kinds of other things happening around town, but I would encourage you to visit two websites. The first one is thegeorgetownsquare.com. There's an events tab there that'll give you more details about all of these events, but then I would also strongly recommend that you visit the website visitgeorgetown.org. There's an events tab there that doesn't just cover the holiday season events, but all the major things that happen in Georgetown that make it special. So, quite honestly, that's a big part of why my family and I live here, is we wanted that kind of atmosphere, sort of a community with a sense of identity. In Georgetown, we're not just a bedroom community for Austin. There's a lot here that gives you a sense of place. And I want you to know about it, because engaging in it can make life really wonderful in ways that you can't find in the big town. Well, that's it for this time. Let me know if you have questions, and certainly have a happy Thanksgiving, and hope to see you around town in the Christmas season.